Hello students. On last lecture we learned about the concept of maximum work. We just revised that one. What is the concept? So what happened in the maximum work? During a certain change, the amount of work is performed by the system. And you well know that work which depends on the opposing force. So the greater the opposing force, more the work done by the system to overcome it. If opposing force is 0, then no work is involved. However, as the opposing force increases from 0, more and more work will be done by the system. When opposing force reaches the maximum value, then system does maximum work because the opposing force is greater. So one thing you should be remember that the work whatever the changes are occurred by a system, it's only depend on the opposing force. So when the opposing force reaches at maximum value, the system does maximum work because opposition which is the greatest and most effort is needed to overcome it. Therefore, if we consider that if the opposing force becomes greater than the driving force, the process get reverse. It follows, therefore, the opposing force cannot be greater than driving force, and at the same time it should be maximum. If it is greater than driving force, then there is a no work done. So opposing force cannot be greater than driving force. This thing is the most important. This is possible only when it is infinitesimally smaller than the driving force. So in the given expression we can understand there the same conclusion we obtained from the equation, that is W is equal to minus P Ex, that is the external into delta V. So in the given one we substitute the value of minus P external. If the pressure of the P of gas is differ from Px, now we say that here a difference, it means that it is subtract. So pressure minus P external is equal to delta P. We have to put the value of P external, so we arrange the term P external is equal to P minus delta P, and then we get the equation W is equal to minus P into, in the bracket we write there P minus delta P into delta V. So whenever we solve the equation we get the value W is equal to minus P delta V minus delta P into delta V. So it concludes that the maximum work is obtained from a system when any change taking place in its thermodynamically reversible. Dear students, some conditions for the maximum works are the very important. In that, first condition should be that any change taking place in thermodynamically which should be the reversible. Second, that the change in the system takes place in an infinite number of steps. There are the different number of the steps are the very important when the system will change. Third condition is that the driving force of the change is infinitesimally greater than opposing force. If it is less, then there is no any work done. We learn that part. The system in the mechanical equilibrium with its surrounding, which showing the maximum expansion, that is work is obtained when P external is only infinitesimally smaller than P, and in the effect the two pressures are the same. This balance of the pressure is a state mechanical equilibrium. There are some conditions we have to learn for the maximum work. So on this slide we understand that what is the actual expression for the maximum work. Now in the diagram we see that there are the different steps, that is step 1, step 2, step 3, and now it continues. Just now I told that there are the different infinite number of the steps are the very important for the maximum work. So now students, consider there are the n mole of an ideal gas which is enclosed in a cylinder which is fitted with frictionless movable piston, that is a rigid piston. It is expanded isothermally and reversibly from initial volume as usual V1 to V2 at temperature T. The expansion takes place in a number of infinitesimally small steps, few of which is shown in the diagram. Now the volume of the gas which is showing here, it continuously steps are followed down, that is the from V1 step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, it get continuous to the infinitesimally. So that n number of the moles of an ideal gas which is enclosed in that cylinder, and it is fitted with the frictionless these rigid pistons which can be put inside. It is expanded isothermally and reversibly from initial volume, that is from V1, then there is some difference is showing that dV1, then again there is some difference dV, that is this one and this one, that is the distance in between of them which is showing also. And hence the isothermal and reversible form from initial volume to the final volume, that is V2 at temperature T, and the expansion is takes place in the uniform infinitesimally number of the steps, and that part, that is the volume of gas, is increased by an infinite quantity dV in each single step. Is it clear? So this one is the volume, and that get increased here by the different number of the steps. This step is continuous, and that steps which can be explained in the expression of the maximum work. So what actually happen during each step of external pressure, that is the P external, is made infinitesimal smaller than the pressure of the gas by removing some mass gradually from the piston, and this gas will therefore expand slowly. Now according to Boyle's law, now this Boyle's law we learned in the last year, the pressure P of the gas will decrease because volume get increased, at the same time the volume will be changed, therefore the pressure will also get decreased. The expansion continues until the following expressions of the gas which equal to P external. The volume is get less, so pressure is also showing the decreasing, but here there are some changes are occurred, and hence now according to Boyle's law the pressure P of the gas will decreases. The expression continues until the falling pressure of the gas is equal to P external. This is get falling continuous, pressure should be the continuously falling down. At this stage the expansion is stopped and the system is reaches mechanical equilibrium with its surrounding, which is shown in the diagram. The volume of the gas has been increased by an infinite quantity of dV in a single step. In slightly it get increases in each step. Now it is the continuous form, that is the step 4, again it's showing the higher, in step 5 again it's showing the higher. That will what, the expansion will be started because in the pressure of the gas removing some masses, therefore masses get decreased, of course pressure will showing the decrease, therefore expansion is get increased due to the formation of that piston, and hence it is seen that the volume of the gas has been increased by an infinitesimal quantity dV in a single step. The process is repeated in such a way that every time P external which is lowered and the gas undergoes a series of infinitesimally increment in volume until the final volume V2 is reached. During that step, the external pressure is made infinitesimally smaller than the pressure of the gas because gradually removal of the masses will occur from the piston and the gas is expand slowly. Its pressure P would be the decreased and the expansion continues until the pressure of the gas falls to P external. We just say that it's according to Boyle's law, so temperature should be the constant. Beyond this, there is no further expansion is occur, and now we get the mechanical equilibrium with its surrounding. So the process is how many times it repeated in such a way that every time P external is lowered and lowered infinitesimally, the gas is undergoes a series of infinitesimally increment in the volume until the V2 is attained. Till we get the V2, we have to do the same the process. Now we solve this expression when the volume of gas is increased by the amount, therefore dV in a single step. So dW is equal to what we write, minus P external into delta V. We just find it by using the work done. So as the expansion is reversible, what will happen? The pressure is greater by very small quantity, that is dP. Because it changes are also occurred, volume is also in the small quantity, so we write there dV. Now for the pressure we write here dP than P external. So we have to write the difference, that is delta P, P minus P external is equal to dP. or we find the equation P external is equal to P minus dP. Now we have to combine both this equation. So substitute the value of this P external in that given formula. So dW is equal to minus P into P minus dP into dV. So what we get, dV is equal to, solve it mathematically, dV is equal to minus P into dV plus dP into dV. This dP and dV, these are the neglecting one, which is the very small in the value, and therefore we write dW is equal to minus P delta V. This one is the neglecting product, dP and dV, which is the very small. So what we get, dW is equal to minus P delta V. Now the total amount of the work done during the entire expansion, that is from volume V1 to V2. In the last diagram we see that V1 to V2 we have to change, because from V1 to we have to reach toward V2, that is the final volume, would be the sum of infinitesimal contribution of all these steps, because there are the infinite number of the steps are very important, which is the condition of maximum work. The total work is obtained by ingredient of this equation in gradation between the limits of initial and final state, and hence we required some limits. This is the maximum work. Now from we have to reach from V1 to V2, the expansion being reversible. Hence the total amount of the work done during the entire expansion V1 to V2 will be the sum of all the infinite contributions of all series of steps. Now we have to write in the mathematical term, the total amount of work is obtained between the limits of initial and final state. So we put the limit dW, that is the final upon initial, is equal to minus into V2 upon V1. V2 is the final volume, V1 is the initial volume. Hence what we get, dW is equal to W max is equal to minus P delta V. Now next steps are the very simple. We learned the ideal gas equation in last year. What is that ideal gas? PV is equal to nRT. Now we have to put this value of P in the given above formula. So we just write down there P is equal to nRT upon V. Substitute this value in that formula. W max is equal to, we take the limit V2 and V1 minus nRT dV upon V. Now take the nRT common. So what we write, nRT outside minus nRT is equal to dV upon V, because T is the constant term according to Boyle's law. So is equal to minus nRT, we take the log V into V2 upon V1, we put the limits also. So solve it now. Minus nRT is equal to minus nRT into log V2 upon V1 according to that formula. We have to put that symbol log base 10. So we write there minus 2.303. Write down the next step is equal to minus 2.303 nRT log base 10 V2 upon V1. Now this equation, therefore W max is equal to, we get the equation minus 2.303 nRT log base 10 V2 upon V1. Now according to Boyle's law, at constant temperature P1 V1 is equal to P2 V2, or another one is term was V2 upon V1 is equal to P1 upon P2. We can replacing that value in the above formula. What we get? Now we check it. We get replacing this V1, V2 and V1 value by using the P1, P2. So what we get now? W max is equal to minus 2.303 nRT log base 10 P1 upon P2. By using this formula we can also find the pressure. By using the above formula we can find the volume also. These two expressions are very important in exam, and the basically questions, that is the, we have to write the maximum concept, also we have to write this expression and some numericals based on that. That all numericals we are taking will be on our regular lectures. So the remaining part of the internal energy and first law of thermodynamics we see on next lecture. Thank you.